All right. Yep, we're going to be ready to start the podcast. I'm going to be pressing the button.
Like appeared from behind him.
Yeah, just
magic.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah, we're gonna do a movie review.
Yeah, of horns.
Yeah, of antlers.
I was trying to look up the movie so that way he could have like statistics, not statistics, but like a synopsis.
Yeah.
Of the movie.
Yeah.
And I ended up typing horns. I'm like,
yeah, that's it, right?
Yeah, you mean horns, right? No, antlers.
Antlers. I thought it was a joke when he pulled it up. Like, very funny.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I was 100% serious. I forgot the movie was called Antlers.
Yeah, Antlers.
I just typed in horns on my own volition, like, oh yeah, it's horns, without a doubt.
Not horns. That movie came out a while ago.
Yeah, we're gonna start reviewing movies from like the late 2010s.
The most irrelevant movies possible.
Yeah,
just like not classics, not new movies, just
somewhere in the middle, or
somewhere
like off to the left,
2000s.
The middle. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do Jennifer's Body next. Throw that one in there for you.
There you go.
Yeah, just for some enjoyment. But yeah, Antlers. It was a pretty dope movie. It's about the Wendigo. If you've never heard of what the Wendigo is, it is an ancient native spirit that it comes when like cannibalism happens, or like just some kind of really bad deed is done. The Wendigo.
Dude, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
That son of a bitch, he cut me off.
I love Wendigo stories.
Yes.
I remember I watched this movie that was based on the Wendigo. I forgot what it was called.
Wendigo?
Maybe.
It probably was.
It probably was.
There literally is a movie called Wendigo.
The things was like, it says your name in the wind.
Yeah.
So if you hear your name in the wind, that means you're going to die.
Yeah.
So I was really young when I saw this, so I was really scared of wind. Because I would hear, and I'm like, oh, don't say my name. Don't say my name. Because I'm so scared at one point, just be like, Randy. And I'm like, no. Get out of here, Wendigo. Fuck. All right, you can go on. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Where was I? The movie Antlers. It was a good movie. If you don't know what Wendigo is, it's a native spirit. It happens when you eat people. Or just do a bad deed of some kind. And, like, in the movie, this kid somehow becomes entangled with this Wendigo. And insanity ensues. And as you can imagine, it is a dark-ass movie involving a creature that has to do with cannibalism. It's pretty brutal. The gore's good. The story was really good. The little kid that you follow throughout the movie was a really great actor, and you really felt for the poor guy going through all that stuff. And the acting was superb. Jesse Plemons playing the supporting role was really great. I can't exactly remember at the time who the lead actress was. We're about to pull that up for you real quick, so I'm not just talking completely out of my ass, just partially. The Antlers cast: Julia Meadows. I'm not too familiar with a lot of movies that she's done, but I kind of seen her in one other thing.
Carrie Russell.
Carrie Russell
as
Julia Meadows.
Yeah.
Well, just your boy being a dumbass. Yeah, Carrie Lynn Russell. I'm not too familiar with her, her other works. I've kind of seen her one thing before, and she was pretty good, but she was really convincing in Antlers. It's some dark shit. I think all you horror movie buffs may really enjoy it. My thing is I went into it like with expectations that it was gonna blow my mind. Like, it was gonna be like the new crazy fucking thing in horror, and it was good, but it was kind of classic. Like, it was a little like.
It didn't break any molds.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say it was like completely like predictable, but it did not. Yeah, it was not a trendsetter. It did not like change the game in horror. It was damn good. The monster design was fucking solid. It was really good. Like, really gory shit involving the Wendigo. And it's a small town in fucking Oregon. So it's just beautiful fucking scenery. Just pines.
Small town in Oregon.
Yeah.
All right.
Literally a small town in Oregon. And just beautiful scenery of pines and rivers and bluffs, and it's just fucking, like, the cinematography, the opening scene is just fucking gorgeous. And I'm gonna do my best not to just blow the whole fucking movie for you, but, like, trust me, it's a pretty good movie. Just don't expect it to, like, completely blow your mind and it's gonna be the best horror movie you've ever seen. It's just going to be a really good horror movie.
Just a solid fucking film.
It's a solid film. It's not bad at all. Like, I really can't complain.
That was a good one.
Yep, good.
God, like my body is just a pack of crackers. Just fucking, just saltine, just any move. I move my arms, I move anything, it's just... That's what you get for thinking you were a jackass when you were 13 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, what happens when I run into this dumpster? You're going to feel it in your 30s. Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
That's what's going to happen.
You're going to hit it. Your adrenaline's going to be crazy, and you're not going to think about it. Oh my God, this is so fucking great.
Or you could be like me and fuck yourself up just by slipping in motor oil.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, now it's time to actually start the podcast.
Let's start it.
Yeah.
Let's start thy podcast.
Yep. All right. Mooncalf Podcast.
What it do?
What it do?
Mooncalf.
As we don't properly fucking introduce ourselves. Now we do.
It's your boys.
It's your boys.
Steve and Randy.
Yep.
Holding it down.
Oh yeah, fucking Bo Bandy here.
Bo Banders and
Bo Banders.
And Pirate Steve. We're just fucking Pirate Steve, Scuba Steve, whatever you prefer.
Fucking goddamn Bigfoot and the Devil going on.
Bigfoot and the Devil.
Bigfoot and the Devil.
That's
when we ever make shirts. It should be like Mooncalf Podcast, and it's the devil and Bigfoot like holding hands, skipping.
We're just sitting at a desk, like doing a podcast.
I don't know why no one skips like that. No one skips like they're fucking running.
Like that all the time.
Yeah. You don't know what the legs are doing. Yeah. The arms are going at ape shit, but the legs totally skipping. All right. By the way, we have an intro song. Fucking Sis by Pig Destroyer. It is fucking awesome.
One of my favorite fucking bands out there doing shit.
Fucking incredible band. Incredible fucking song. And I'm really glad that this is going to be our opener from here on out.
Punishing fucking grindcore madness.
You're going to fucking show up and listen to us.
Yeah.
And then you're also going to listen to... Oh, shit.
Yeah, more burps.
More burps. Shit, this is my second... I gotta burp at least once per episode, apparently.
You get.
That's what you get.
That's your exclusive free gift for our podcast.
Yeah, you get to listen to my fucking gas.
Yeah.
Can't help it. I drink way too much soda.
Too much soda, too much everything.
Oh.
Excess.
I went ahead and tried to stop drinking soda. Because I was like, you know what? I'm going to lose weight and I'm going to drink just water.
Hey.
And I didn't.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. I didn't lose anything.
It doesn't work.
I stopped and I started doing so well.
Just fucking makes you healthier. Like, what's that shit?
I don't want to fucking be healthier.
Make you look
I just
better.
want to look. Yeah,
it just makes you healthier on the inside.
Yeah. I was perfectly fine looking healthy and being total trash on the inside. I don't need great insides and an awful outside. Oh, man, what kind of life would that be?
You chug soda, look like a million bugs, then I live off water and look like death. Liquid death.
Liquid death. I want
to try it.
I want to try it. Oh, man.
Sounds good.
Sell our souls and get the package.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, yeah. Well,
anyways.
The last thing we're going to talk about was the Does This Make You a Poser segment.
Yes, it does.
I think you brought up a very good point about liking the Michael Graves.
Yeah, that's a big thing I always hear. Like, if you like the Michael Graves era Misfits, you're a fucking poser because you weren't down with the Danzig era. And I like both. Don't get me wrong. I love Danzig and Michael Graves era. Like, I mean, say what you will about either one of those guys personally. We're not going to get into that.
We're not going to get into the whole thing of them personally, but just strictly based on the music, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I like both.
Yeah, I like both. I really do. Not going to lie to you. I like the Michael Graves era more because it was just, to me, it was just better music. It was heavier. It had a lot of melody, great singing. The quality was really good. Maybe that makes it not punk, is what people, usually point out to me is, well, that makes you a poser because you like it just because it has the better production. But I like both eras.
Yeah.
Like, Danzig had the raw, like, aggression, and they all did in that era. But the thing is just the songs in the Michael Graves era really stuck out to me. I don't think it makes you a poser. I think it just means you have a specific taste in music and you gravitate towards one way more than the other. But general consensus is you're a fucking poser if you like Michael Graves.
See, I prefer Danzig. The Danzig era.
Yeah.
That's what I prefer. But I also love Michael Graves a lot.
Yeah.
I really do. I love that era. It's very clean. It's very different. But I do prefer that nastier, aggressive side.
And maybe the songs are just better to you in that era.
Exactly.
I can get that. Like,
they meant more to me.
There's a fucking badass song. Halloween, like all of those songs.
Fucking London Dungeon, 20 Eyes. It's just, they have an endless list of amazing songs.
Where Eagles Dare, it's all good shit. Like
Ghouls Night Out.
Yeah, I know all of that stuff. I love it all, but just something about when they just kind of gravitated more to like a metal sound, it just kind of kind of stuck out to me a little bit more. Like, I don't know, say what you will, but you like what you like.
Yeah. I guess that defeats the whole point of the whole poser thing, but at the same time, it's a silly concept. It's like, you're a poser. Yeah. That's so like when I was 13 years old and you're like, ugh. But there's certain aspects where you listen to someone and they name something and then you're like, You're a fucking poser. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, but and I know this was a big issue for a lot of people, but right now it's like, it doesn't fucking matter. They're both really good. I just prefer Danzig's. Does it make you a poser? Not really. Just because, in certain eyes, I can see that.
At least if you're like me, and you know the original material, and you're familiar with it, and you like it still, doesn't make you a poser. It just makes you just partial to one sound over the other.
If anything, if you're, like, let's say you are not older, like younger. Like, let's say you're in your early 20s or something like that, like now. And it's like, do you like Michael Graves or do you like Danzig? Like, which one do you prefer more, or whatever?
Who's
And
Danzig?
then sometimes you'll get that, but more often than not, I think they personally try to go out of their way to be like Danzig only, and stuff like that. Only posers.
That's true.
And
That can be more of a poser move in a way, because you're trying to puff up.
Yeah,
you're like, oh, I'm the bigger fan, and you're a fucking. That kind of makes you more of a poser if you're this elitist douchebag that's constantly trying to kick people out of your genre just because they're not as down as you are.
Yeah.
And I've been in plenty of those situations, and like, I'm not gonna lie, I have embarrassing nu metal photos of me out there with spiked hair and a ball bearing necklace, but like, it was the
We
time.
All had those. We all had those.
It was the time. I was raised in the 90s, and that was our metal. That's what we had. Korn, Slipknot. Heavy as shit was probably fucking Pantera that we actually knew about.
Yeah.
Like, radio metal, that's what we knew. But we all came of age, didn't we?
Yeah.
We all had
Evolved
them moments. Like, for me, it's probably the first time I heard Nile. First time I heard Nile probably changed my life. Like, made me be like, death metal. That's the shit. That's what I like.
Yeah.
Like, that really changed me. My dad showed me that album almost as a fucking joke. Like, hey, dude, check this out. It sounds like The Mummy. Like, and little did he know, changed my life.
Yeah.
Like, ever since then, I've just been on the hunt for the heaviest, fastest, craziest fucking music. And in that journey, you find all kinds of peaks and valleys that just fucking... There's so many different sounds to metal.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts. You can get into so many different sub-genres within it. It's fucking wild. If you're feeling any kind of mood, you can almost find it within this one genre. You want something symphonic, it's out there. You want something sludgy and just fucking heavy, it's out there. You want something trippy, something kind of unique and out there. It's there. It's all there. And once again, does shit make you a poser just because you like it?
Yeah, I think one of those things that was kind of needed because like the whole concept is fucking immature, and exactly it's silly, but really it's kind of funny when you think about it because at least the certain aspects of it are true. So like, let's say you go to Spencer's, not even Hot Topic. You go to Spencer's Gifts, and that's where you buy your band T-shirts, your spike bracelets. And like your chokers and all that shit. Does that make you a poser? Because it's like you didn't go to even. If I could describe it, it's like
you didn't make your own metal pants at home.
Yeah, you fucking poser! You didn't even make your pants. You didn't even sew.
You didn't make your pants.
You failed home ec.
Yeah, out of fishing line. Fishing lures and shit.
I made my fucking flame pillow and fucking home ec and fucking awesome.
Poser, you buy your shit from Hot Topic.
Oh god.
Where we
But admittedly, it's like a subpar, it's like it's like if you wanted to get your alternative wear, it's like going to Kmart. Like they don't exist anymore. But it's like going to Kmart. So it's like
generic shitty choice.
Yeah. It's like not even Walmart. So it's like, because it's like, if I were to put it into three places, you're like, all right, I go to, there's Kmart, Walmart, and Target. Target's the high-end, expensive stuff. And it's like, you skip, I don't know what site, Killstar, something like that, would be like a Target. And then you go to Walmart, which is like Hot Topic. And then Spencer's, which is like a Kmart. Yeah. So it's like you couldn't even... It's like, fuck you. You're poor. Yeah. You had to get it from the fucking...
Yeah, you couldn't get it directly from the source.
Yeah.
You piece of shit.
You fucking...
You didn't go to the concert and buy that fucking $100 t-shirt, you piece of shit.
Hey, my parents bought me these trip pants from a website.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I remember talking to people because I'm like, I would still wear this stuff if I could afford it. If I could still afford to spend $200 or $100 on a pair of pants.
When you grow up, you dress the part a lot less.
Yeah, I mean, if you got the money for it and you do it, great.
Yeah.
But I'm going to stick with like black jeans, my boots, and then my band t-shirts, or like blue jeans and just band t-shirts.
I'm just a fat guy in a Rick and Morty shirt. Like, one in a million. Nah, man. I used to have the crazy spiked hair and trip pants and fucking paint my face and do all kinds of dumb shit.
I had no eyebrows for most of high school.
Oh, man.
And then my first year of community college. I had no eyebrows. I would draw them on with eyeliner, and I'd have full makeup and everything like that. And my crazy spike bracelets and all of the nonsense. And my crazy outfits and shit. There's some of me, all kinds of fucking Marilyn Manson out.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I looked like when I was in high school and middle school. So.
I was the member of the Fat Guy with Spiked Hair Club. I was in there with Guy Fieri and Violent J and the dude from Smash Mouth. I was in there like swimwear.
Yeah.
I mean, I dyed my hair black one year, and it was like so black it looked blue.
Yeah.
And it was fucking terrible. And I made the terrible choice of dyeing my fucking eyebrows. So I had these blue fucking eyebrows. Like, I looked so stupid, and everybody laughed at me like I deserved. But everybody said I looked like the fat guy from fucking Butterfly Effect.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah. Horrible choice. If you dye your hair, don't dye your eyebrows.
That's one thing. We give you two.
Yeah,
we give you one hair advice per episode.
Yeah.
1, you're always on time when you fucking windmill.
Yeah.
2, don't dye your eyebrows if you.
Yeah, and be careful who you go to concerts with.
Yeah.
I mean, you're learning life lessons here. What would you do without us, Mooncalf?
How would you know?
What would you do? You'd be all by yourself.
Don't leave a person with lotion on their dick.
Yeah, no lotion dick.
I swear, there was audible sad noise as I walked to the bathroom. Just head down.
Like a fucking sitcom.
Like I was walking to the ovens, fucking go in there and just wipe lotion off of my dick and balls. Oh, anyway. And that's the thing. I just remembered today another really awful concert experience that I wanted to throw in, but I totally forgot. And hopefully this is my last one because I think it is.
We got to recap.
We don't need to. It's just I really got to get this story out because this pisses me off.
It's important.
It is important. If you're a cover band, okay, or if you're an opening band.
Here we go.
Do not.
Now we're talking.
Do not go over your fucking time. Do not play extra songs that are unfucking necessary. And fucking take away from the headlining act. Do not do it. And it's the same thing.
That's a douchebag move.
It's the same thing in fucking wrestling. Like, if you have a match and you're supposed to stick to your times in your match
Bring it on home.
And then all of a sudden some motherfucker wants to trail it out and like fucking go over and I'm hot shit.
I believe they call that going. Like, is that another form of going into business for yourself? Like,
in a way,
yeah. It's not like you're just. It's not like the real definition, but it's kind of like the same aspect. You're like, fuck everybody else.
Yeah,
it's about
yeah, because you fuck up that match and then that match, and then the big important match has less time because you fucked it up. And that's exactly what happened in this fucking concert. So it was, I mean, don't get me wrong, I had great times there, but it was also really kind of, so we had a bunch of, local bands, which is fine. It was a great local scene.
Yeah.
They have a lot of talent and a lot of like really good bands there.
But there was something that's dying.
Yeah.
Terribly.
Oh yeah. And then they had this one band that you could just feel their doucheness, like, portray off of them. Like, it's just exudes douchebaggery. And they played 5. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 5 fucking cover songs that sucked dick. Well, the headliner was American Head Charge.
Oh.
It was one of their like first tours back.
Wow.
when they came back around to be a band again, started doing music again.
Very nice.
And we go, and the fucking concert was cut short by exactly, because I saw the set list in front of me, 5 songs. There were 5 songs short from their fucking full set because the other band wanted to go over and do, because they wanted to get all of their shit in and do the fucking cover songs. And they were fucking awful. So I ended up missing this band that I've been dying to see for years. And I missed 5 songs from them because the other band, because it was over at midnight, and it was midnight, and they had to they just had to stop the show wherever the fuck it was, and had to just stop the fucking show. It was, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now? I was so pissed at that.
If you're in a local band and you're opening, like, it ain't about you. Play your fucking 2 songs and get off the fucking stage.
Like work hard, make it, do your best, try to get, but don't fucking take away from other people on the fucking show.
Yeah, that's a dick move, for real. That's some poser shit.
That's some poser shit right there. Yep.
Like, you need to keep in mind everyone else's happiness, not just yours.
Exactly.
Like, people are going to be way more happy that they get to see that headliner and you just, like, accompanied.
Exactly.
Like them. Like, you set it all, you warmed it all up for them. Like, people are going to love you for that. But if you're a douchebag and you take away time from the headliner, fuck you. Honestly, that's a dick move.
It was awful. I was so fucking pissed. But there was one magical moment.
Yeah.
There was one magical moment. Because Sid Wilson from Slipknot was doing his DJ shit, right?
Hell
he was doing his DJ stuff. It was fucking great.
Also,
but after that, it was American Head Charge.
Yeah.
American Head Charge playing, and they're doing their songs. Fucking Sid comes up behind me and my friend Shannon, and he's just on us the entire fucking show, and just like, he's appreciating as a fan, like in the purest fucking way possible, as all of us. So it's me, fucking Sid from Slipknot.
That's awesome.
Slipknot. And so I'm like, holy shit. Wow. And then my friend Shannon, we're just all enjoying this together. He's got his arms around us, and he's like, yeah, man. And I'm like,
whether you're a fan or not, that's badass.
It's fucking glorious.
That somebody that fucking famous was just chilling with you.
And like, we didn't even realize it at first. We were just rocking out, and then we're like, oh, fuck.
Another fucking poser dick move.
Yeah.
Crowd killing, you piece of shit.
Yeah, fucking crowd killing.
Motherfucker.
I'm
6'4" and 400 pounds, and I'll beat your fucking ass if I see you crowd killing.
Oh, God, it's fucking awful.
Yeah, dude. There's fucking kids out there. Be nice, man.
Yeah.
Mosh. Have fun. Beat the fuck out of each other in a safe, like perimeter where you're not knocking into other people. Like, just be conscientious.
Yeah.
Like, be a little fucking, stop smearing little kids and fucking old ladies. It's not cool. Nobody likes that shit.
Just imagine a little old granny with a card in the pit,
like she's trying to cross the road, like in a movie. Yeah.
Just get up, pussy! And then
I thought this was a fucking mosh pit.
Circle pit, bitches! Circle pit!
This fucking 400-pound muscle-bound dude just fucking, yeah, grandma!
Wall of death, granny in the middle.
Unless it's permitted.
Yeah.
Unless granny's into that kind of thing. Don't fucking crowd kill. It's a dick move.
It is.
Be courteous. Like, if another dude's fucking, if you guys are going at it, fucking, just be careful. Try not to bump into other fucking people and fuck up everybody else's show. Like,
yeah,
if you're there to mosh and shit, cool. Not everybody's there to do that. Like, I'm there to fucking mosh. Hell yeah, I'll mosh with you. But be courteous, man. Don't fucking... I've been in mosh pits where motherfuckers are trying to yank me backwards and knock me to the fucking ground and like, dude, trying to elbow me in the fucking face.
Yeah.
Uncalled for. Uncalled for.
Well, we're going to go ahead and take a short break.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
There's another burp.
Another one.
Exclusive burp for you.
So, what we're going to do is Steve here is going to review an album. No, we're not going to say what that album is just yet, but we are going to play a song from it right fucking.
What it do, Mooncalves? We're back. How'd you enjoy that? How did you enjoy that? More Than I Could Chew by Mastodon. One of my favorite fucking bands in the entire world. I love them very much. They have a slew of fucking great albums. This is no exception, in my opinion. Hush and Grim, their newest addition to their fucking huge discography. These guys never cease to really amaze me, but this time it's different. Like, this album, it's kind of a slow burner. Like, it's something to kind of listen to over and over again, really marinate, really like take it in. It's not like the early stuff like Remission and Leviathan. This is kind of a thinking man's album, in my opinion. Like, and it goes with the theme. It's about loss and depression and dealing with those things and coping. And somehow these fucking guys always seem to come out with an album like the right time and about the right thing that I need to hear. Like when they came out with Emperor of Sand, right when I found out my mom had cancer. It really fucking hit home for me when that album came out. And it really helped me cope through that shit. Cold Dark Place, that little EP, like, I was going through one of the darkest, deepest periods of my life, and it helped me cope with it. And it was just this soft, somber, like, kind of collection of songs. And, like, Hush and Grim is kind of like that. And some of their early, like, riffs, and there's even a little bit of screaming in this album, but not a lot. There's a lot of cleans. And, like, it really, if you really kind of soak in everything they did, it really is good. But, like, at first listen, you may not be like, well, this isn't the fucking heaviest shit they ever put out. But in my opinion, if you really just take the time to listen to it, there's a collection of fucking great songs on this shit. Like, fucking Eyes of Serpents, it's a fucking great song. I can go on about this shit forever. Like, these guys really seem to know what I need to hear. Like, their lyrics are their lyrics are very personal in this album, and you can tell. You can tell it's about the pain and loss that they went through and losing their manager and you know, losing loved ones and going through depression. You can hear that shit. A couple complaints. Less Brent Hines vocals. There needs to be more. I love that man and everything he does. I want him to do more vocals. I was happy to hear him scream on a track or two, and that was pretty cool.
He has a great voice.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the dude's great. One of my favorite guitar players in the fucking world. He has, like, just such a unique style. I love him. And I could have the same complaint everyone else has. It's just not their heaviest album. And it's something you may not appreciate it on your first listen. It's not like an intense, high-octane Mastodon that we've got before. Like, this is them really kind of just feeling out an album, and you can tell, like, there was a bass solo that was fucking cool.
I love bass solos. They get me every time. Every time I hear a bass solo, I'm like, fucking love it. Eat it up a fucking
I believe that was
solo.
on Tear Drinker. I mean, in the opening track, it was like every Mastodon opening track. It feels like the beginning of a fucking journey. Like, if you haven't listened to it, give it a listen. Mastodon, this guy's late to the party.
I'm so late. I haven't listened to it yet. I really haven't. That's why I'm not saying anything. I'm letting Steve in.
If you're not a big fan, cool. I get it. It's not everybody's thing, but I enjoyed it, and I'd at least probably give it like 4 stars.
Like 4 stars.
Like 4 out of 5. Like, it was pretty good. It would get a 5 if it was even more like Leviathan and Remission. Like, if they had those hard, heavy... Like, they still have those pockets of heaviness in there.
Yeah.
You just gotta listen to it to get it. It's just... I would have liked a little bit more of that energy, but these were guys that have been fucking doing it, like, for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And right now, they're just... where they're shining is songwriting, because I really felt like almost every song on the album. It really goes hand in hand with some of the shit that I've dealt with. And if you've had a hard time and maybe suffered some loss or depression, you may like it too. Or you're like, that's some fucking pussy shit, you poser. You may not you may not like it, but like if you're looking for something to vibe to, maybe but like it's a good album, in my opinion.
I think people need to stop trying to be like, yeah, well, it's not heavy.
It's not the heaviest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's like, well, no, of course not. No. That's not that band anymore. You gotta think, well, even back then, it was heavy, but still beautifully played.
Oh, yeah.
The way they
have such a technicality.
Oh, yeah. And that has really expanded.
And a groove, which is hard.
Oh, yeah.
To achieve both. And they fucking do it. That sludginess, like, it's still there even. Like, just don't expect a young fucking Mastodon you got 20 fucking years ago.
No, exactly. And that's the same thing with Tool. People are like, oh man, he doesn't scream like he used to, or this Tool. I'm like, they're fucking old now. They're not going to play exactly the same. And plus,
it doesn't make it like not good music. Like,
exactly.
You didn't start out listening to the heaviest shit ever. Like, you still listen to Mary Had a Little Fucking Lamb like the rest of us. So, like, don't be such a fucking tryhard.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, you just don't like it.
Yeah,
like, that's okay. Don't knock other people for liking it. But
I enjoyed... and don't get me wrong, I do enjoy the heavier albums. I really do. That's just my personal preference.
They're still my favorite. Yeah, they're still my favorite albums.
I cannot take anything away from fucking Blood Mountain, Crack the Sky, Once More Around the Sun, any of those. I can't take anything away from them because they're still amazing metal albums. Are they super heavy? No. But they are fucking beautiful. Yeah, great pieces of fucking work.
Even those albums are probably still heavier than Hushed and Grim. And Emperor of Sand. And
I can see that.
But like, I don't know, man. If you like to smoke and stuff, it's a good listen. Like, just vibe out and chill. But like,
what's your favorite Mastodon?
My favorite Mastodon album?
Favorite Mastodon album. I went there.
That's
Give them
so
hard
easy.
questions.
No, it's easy.
Fuck.
Fucking easy. That's Blood Mountain.
Yeah.
Blood Mountain's my favorite.
That's a solid fucking album.
That is my favorite. Like, what got the story? The fucking story got me. Like, and just... It's just beautifully written. Like, so many hills and peaks and valleys in that fucking album. And so many good songs. And, man, Circle of Sasquatch is one of my favorite fucking songs ever. Like, I had to learn that intro. I love it so much. But I mean, that to me is just probably them at their fucking best.
Yeah.
Like, next to Crack the Sky, because that was some next level shit.
That was next level. Crack the Sky is...
Not only was it heavy, it had some fucking melody.
Goodness. Yeah, it did.
Like such a good fucking album. One of the best albums of all time, in my opinion.
Putting together a fucking album from beginning to end, and just I don't know a lot of bands that can do it better.
Yeah,
seriously, like just the song structures and the way they do everything. Having that become like, there's none better.
Once again, honestly. A great story.
Yeah, to
an album like that. That's what I love about them is their albums have meaning. They have stories in them. Like, and if you're a fucking nerd, like, it's cool to know that there's, like, something more to the album.
Oh,
like,
exactly.
Like, Leviathan just being about Moby Dick. That's just cool as fuck. Like, and the fact that a band made an album about Moby Dick and it's metal as fuck. It's such a... I mean, it's historical. It's a historical fucking album. And both the fact that it's about an historic novel and the album was just legendary.
This might make me sound like a poser. But my favorite album is Leviathan. Like, I
don't think
just
that
barely,
makes you a
like,
poser at
Remission is definitely my second.
I love Remission.
But just the... Leviathan's my favorite, but at the same time, you got to think a lot of people that was their height, like their absolute peak, and that's their introduction to a lot of fans was Leviathan. So like, it's like, oh, I like. What's your favorite fucking Mastodon song? I like Blood and Thunder. Like, yeah, of course. You and your grandma
heard that one. What about Aqua Dementia, motherfucker? Have you heard that one?
Exactly. So like. It's so I hate
about
to kind of
Megalodon. It's a fucking badass song.
Yeah,
it is. It's a badass song.
But that's one of the things that's like. But that's it. That's my favorite. Is Leviathan. I love the story I was told. I love how heavy it was, and I love its like more experimental moments. And fucking that's it. That's my favorite Mastodon album of all time.
The cool thing about this band. Like, the level you're looking for, they've probably been there in one of their albums. Like, if you want something really raw and heavy, fucking Remission
all day.
or Call of the Mastodon, getting old school to their demos. Like, check that stuff out if you really like heavy shit. If you like something a little bit more somber, a little bit more, like, personal... a little bit more melody. Check out their later shit. I mean, fucking Hush and Grim is great. The Hunter. That's a badass fucking album.
That's a badass album.
And that was like a good middle ground too.
Yeah.
Like they were both heavy and like melodic and just like good songwriting. Like that's a really good kind of middle ground if you kind of want both.
Yeah, like, I can see that.
Like, Crack the Sky is the middle ground. Like, that is... if you just want their perfect album, that's it. That there will probably never be a better album than Crack the Sky.
Yeah. I have to agree with that. Like I said, it's not even my favorite album, but that album
argue how fucking good that album is.
Like, I will say, Crack the Sky is better in a lot of ways than Leviathan, but I still enjoy just because it has that heavier edge.
Both super fucking solid.
Oh god,
solid album.
And in certain songs, you especially get those fucking Brent Hines fucking
Brent
vocals.
Hines is a beast,
and that's what
every member of Mastodon is a beast. Like we probably haven't talked about Bron Daler enough.
No,
like that.
No,
that dude is a kick-ass drummer. The master of the drum fills. That dude, like, just... He just fliminy flams, like... Brent Hines said it the best. He fliminy flams better than any fliminy flammer out there. Like, He's fucking good. Like, that, and not only that, the voice of a fucking angel.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
the dude sings like a fucking angel. Like, the dude, he could sing pop music if he fucking wanted to. He's so good.
One voice that I feel is not recognized enough is fucking Troy.
Troy, man, he's got a booming voice.
I fucking love his voice.
Yeah.
And that's one of those things I really like, Kill or Be Killed.
Yeah.
Is that you really get to hear a lot more of his
great
vocals
in that stuff.
Oh, it's fucking
great. That's an awesome project, Kill or Be Killed.
Oh my
Another thing you guys should check out if you've never heard. And don't worry, like, if we're not covering your genre or your scene, we'll fucking get there, man.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Like, we're diverse cats. We've been around this metal scene a while. We know a lot of this shit. Like, we're gonna cover everything from black metal to deathcore to even back further to punk and like, we'll cover all this shit. Death metal, don't you fucking worry.
Yeah. I'll play some fucking like industrial metal. I'll play some fucking like real early shit. Like I'll play some fucking Godflesh, some Electric Hellfire Club.
We do
I'll
not
play
discriminate
some
here.
fucking Ministry,
some fucking baby metal,
and then jump right into like, why is his name escaping me? Tom Waits. I fucking love Tom Waits.
Genius.
I could just because. This isn't so much like, I don't want to give the impression that this is just a metal show.
No.
We cover everything that we like. If you like what we like, great.
Yeah,
if you
you'll dig it.
Stick around for stories about dick and lotion.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
don't worry, there'll be more dick and lotion stories.
I hope not. I hope that was my last one.
We'll create more just so we can say them on this podcast, because that's what you tune in for.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, we know. It's all about the lotion dick stories.
All about it.
All about it.
But goddamn, well, oh shit. What were we going to talk about next? I forgot.
I can do a movie review.
What was I going to do? What was the band we were talking about right after Mastodon? Kill or Be Killed.
Kill or Be Killed.
So right now we're going to take a break, and I want to play some fucking Kill or Be Killed.
Kill or Be Killed.
Yeah.
And you should enjoy it. And I'd probably give that movie... I'd probably give it almost the same as the album, like four calves.
Okay. 4 calves.
It's 4 mooncalves.
4 mooncalves.
Like, it's
That's
a
gonna
good-ass movie, just not a
now.
great-ass movie.
Oh, God. It's all going to be due on calves.
Yeah.
Mooncalves.
1.5 calves.
1.5 mooncalves.
And it's going to be, like,
Jessica's body.
Dissected in the fucking middle. Like, 1/2 of a calf.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Just set the bar really high. So, like, man, if you got a whole calf, like, that's even pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Jessica's body isn't even worth half a calf.
Nah.
Not even half a calf.
Not even. That was the general theme of my reviews. Like, it's good shit. Just don't go into it with these crazy expectations. I guess the whole thing when I've been talking about this podcast is expectations. Don't go through it just thinking, oh, this is going to be badass, it's going to blow my mind, it's going to be super heavy, or with the movie case, like, it's going to be super, like, new and badass, and it's good. Just it's not going to blow your mind. But it's kind of hard to do that in this day and age, because market's pretty fucking saturated.
You feel like, after a while, it's just, you kind of feel like you've seen it all.
Yeah.
Like, you haven't, but it feels as though you have. Because it's like, yeah, you got the jump scares, and then the paranormal stuff, then, like, the demon horror movies, and then, like, the supernatural, and then serial killer ones, and, like, oh, you just have so many genres, it feels like you kind of seen all that they offer. Like, so it's hard to see something groundbreaking now, but if you find a good movie, at least it's good.
Yeah.
I know there's been a lot of really bad releases lately when it comes to, like, horror movies. And
I haven't seen it, but I've heard that new Halloween is not the best. in the series.
I've heard really good things about it. I've actually heard
mixed reviews.
Yeah, just really either they trash it to no end, or they praise it like it's the fucking second coming of Christ. So there's like no fucking middle ground at all. Maybe we should review that next time.
Yeah,
review it. And we'll try to be a little more middle, a little more biased. We're not going to talk about how, oh my God, I jizzed all over my belly. It's so good.
It's so good.
Or it's like, I pooped on my TV screen. I couldn't take it.
I built a statue in commemorance of that movie.
That'd be a pretty sweet fucking statue. Not going to lie, it'd be a pretty sweet statue.
Yeah, it would.
But right now, I think we're going to take a chance. We're going to take a chance. And that chance is looking pretty good. We're going to talk about our next Battle of the Bands.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. You can tell I'm just word spitting shit out of my fucking face.
How's that for some words?
Just I don't know what I'm saying. All right, so we're going to talk about our next Battle of the Bands, which, as you know from the last time, our last one was the Faceless versus Black Dahlia Murder. This time we're going away from metal a little bit. Yeah. It's going to be Black Flag versus Minor Threat. Two big OG fucking punk bands. Yeah. If you have not heard any of their stuff, or if you've only heard Rise Above because you're a poser, you can go ahead. Go ahead and listen to the song. Era. Yeah. You can go ahead, listen to it, and then when you come back, you listen, hear what we have to say about it. Like, when do you think is the first time that you started listening to punk music, or heard like something that was really punk that got you?
My parents honestly kind of raised me on that sort of stuff. Like, my mom was like really into punk, and my dad appreciated it, but my mom was like, she really dug it. So at a young age, she was playing a lot of those records around the house. And like more so, I was probably into a lot of bands that they inspired.
Yeah.
Definitely, like, you know, being raised in the 90s, I was, you know, raised on all that kind of early, like, post-punk shit in the 90s.
Yeah. I think what really got me when I was really, like, focusing hardcore into punk was, like, early high school, like, freshman year. Because before, I was listening to the Misfits constantly. I've always loved the Misfits. So that was really my introduction when I was, like, in the 6th grade.
Yeah, middle school, I was really heavy into punk as well.
Yeah. And then later on, it started developing into other bands. Yeah. Like, it starts off with, you know, and then, like, you listen to Misfits, and then, of course, you're like, oh, I got, you know, the Ramones, Sex Pistols, Clash, stuff like that. Yeah. And then after a while, it turns into, like, oh, I'm listening to Bad Brains and Minor Threat and Fugazi and Dead Kennedys and Bad Religion and The Germs and everything like that. So it's just all of these really good fucking bands, but I just got into them a little bit later. What happened, I was watching this video called Hardcore Punk, it was called American Hardcore. It's called American Hardcore. And they did this whole thing about Bad Brains. Bad Brains changed my fucking life.
Kick-ass band.
Oh my god, I fucking love Bad Brains to death.
Raw fucking energy.
Oh yeah. Crazy fucking energy.
Yeah.
And doing stuff at that time that not a lot of people are doing. It's because it was so weird because he'd play with because HR would fucking play with his fucking voice in all kinds of ways. It was like, I don't know. It's hard to describe, but it was
you'll never hear a vocalist quite like that. And like just the raw fucking energy of that band. And when people say ska, you probably won't think of this band like right off the bat, but this is like kind of considered like true ska. Like this is a true like kind of Jamaican punk band. These dudes are fucking kick ass.
And like shit, speaking of ska, that's one thing I really like about bands like Leftover Crack is that they have that ska element in there, but they also have like really good punk elements. There's times where like I heard a riff. I could hear a riff. It was in Homo Apathy, and I could hear it. It was a fucking black metal riff. I swear, the style of it, the sound, the distortion, it's just very black metal sound, and he just let out this fucking scream that sounded very fucking black metal. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then later on in the song, you'll hear fucking horns and shit. And I'm like, what? But yeah, so it's just incredible. Like, high school, I say, for me, is when I really started digging deep.
Yeah.
And we had a computer teacher named Bergen, and I'd listen to some punk songs and stuff like that, and I'd listen to G.G. Allen and everything like that. He'd give me shit for listening to G.G. I'm like, fuck you. I'm listening to G.G. Allen. But then he ended up bringing me a bunch of stickers in because he owned a record shop, and they had tons of punk albums. So he brought in a bunch of stickers, and I'm like, oh shit, what's this band? So I'll type in on the internet, listen to it. Oh, fuck yeah, that's awesome. So I'll put that aside, and I just kept doing that through this whole box of stickers. And I found so many great bands that way.
Hell yeah.
And then it just stayed with us. So our next episode is definitely punk-based. So if you like it, great.
Yeah,
if you
tune in.
Don't, I don't care.
Then fuck off.
Fuck off. Fuck you,
Fuck you, buddy.
You're only listening to this because we paid you. You're our friends.
Yeah, we're related.
Yeah, we're related. Thanks, bro.
Thanks, everybody in the Midwest.
Yeah, right.
We're related to.
Just have a whole community just based around just people we're related to, or like friends that are doing us favors. Yeah. I'll listen to it for a little bit. I'm not gonna.
I'll just give you a follow.
Yeah. And also, while we're actually on that subject of following, we are on Spotify. So if you sign up on Spotify and you listen to the Mooncalf Podcast on Spotify, you will hear the full version of the songs that we have on the podcast, and you get the updates. So if you listen to it on there, subscribe to us. If you listen to us on YouTube, fucking like and subscribe. Always, always, always share us on Facebook. I hate when people do this and they gotta be like, hey, fucking hit that like button.
Hey, you guys.
Subscribe to the thing.
You guys.
I hate it, but I kind of gotta do it because I have to be a whore.
Subscribe.
Subscribe for me. That's what it feels like. It feels like a whore. I feel like a fucking whore. Press that like button.
Yeah, baby.
I come harder when you press the button.
We're a slut for that like button.
We're a slut for that like button.
Slutty.
And our subscribe button on Spotify and YouTube.
Even more for that sub.
Even
Get
more.
Real dirty for that sub.
Oh yeah. Dominate it. So we're going to go ahead and call it right now.
Yeah.
But I hope you'll enjoy the episode. Yeah. Again, do all those things that all the other people do.
Official episode.
Yes.
First.
You
were here for it.
I mean, I call the other one the pilot, so this is number 1. So it's the pilot. It's like episode 01. This is, but I'm going to label it as second, so don't be confused. It will say second, but you know.
This is the first
episode
of many to come.
Yeah.
So it should be litty titty.